content out. Oh yeah, feed the viewers. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Nighttime. Another beautiful day or night. Hope your five senses work, health and strength is good or excellent. Wait. Alright, what do I got for you? Well, I got videos to put out. I got the Steam Deck news done. I was supposed to have been put out. Yeah, I got videos that I was supposed to put out, but I'm gonna drop them all, put them all out tonight though. Here's another one for you, but this is about Half-Life 3 though. Valve concept artist says they've seen the room where Half-Life 3 is made. A concept artist that working on Deadlock suggests that they've seen evidence of a Half-Life 3 in the past visit to Valve's office. Alright. Says here, Half-Life 3 remains one of the gaming world's biggest mysteries. Everyone knows Valve include that there is a deep desire to see another entry in the FPS series. Even after all this time, data mines and rumors come and go about whether Valve is actively working on Half-Life 3 right now. And it says, and there are plenty of theories about the supposed attempt it made over the years. Well, here's the latest hit of Half-Life 3 opium. But as always, be sure to take it with a grain of salt. A concept artist who currently working with Valve has discussed his experience with the company in a recent post. Claims he's been inside the room where they have made Half-Life 3, and he said Evgeny Evstrad, according to the LinkedIn bio, is a very well-established concept artist that worked with the likes of Riot Games and Manticore Games, and most recently Valve. Flick through his social media and his art section page shows plenty of fantasy and sci-fi characters art, some of which you could perceive as being a bit of Half-Life-ish, Half-Life 3-ish. However, it's Deadlocks that Estra appears to be working on with Valve, not Half-Life. Nevertheless, during an interview with him on Russia's Speaking CG voice podcast, he suggests that the long-awaited FPS game sequel could be in works. And he said, I don't know if I am allowed to say this or not. Estra says, according to an English translation provided by leaker Stanish Loyalty on his Half-Life subreddit, but I was in the room where they made Half-Life 3. However, I didn't see the actual development itself. I just saw the office, the computer, the whiteboard. And it says here, later he added, as I understood it, making Half-Life 3 isn't their first attempt. Therefore, the fact that they are doing it is not a guarantee that they will actually make or release it. Says it's unclear whether when Estra was at Valve's HQ, but according to his LinkedIn profile, he worked with the company since February 2023. It says, so it could be any point within the last 2 and a bit years, as the concept artist himself mentioned seeing what he believes to be Half-Life 3 evidence doesn't guarantee that it's active development and that it will ever see the light of day. And it says here, however, Datamine reference to HLX thought to be the codename of a new Half-Life game, keeping cropping up in the code of other Valve games, most recently in Deadlock. So there is a real hope that something is being worked on right now, and that's not long wait for Half-Life 3 may one day be over. And it says here, for now, check out some of our best old games like Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 that we still happily play today. Alternative, our upcoming PC game list is full of actual confirmed projects that will be dropping in the near future. Well, like the articles, that's the end of the article. But look, like the article say, take this with a grain of salt, you know, and that's what you're gonna have to do, because there's always a Half-Life 3 news popping up, But this is a pattern, though, This is a pattern, and the reason I said this is because of all the Half-Life news that came out since 2025 started. From GTA 6 and Half-Life 3 may be the biggest games, right, coming out this year. And then the little hints that we got, and then about a week ago or two now, the release of the Steam Deck prototype on eBay, selling for like $2,000. So with that and now this, there's a pattern being developed here, as far as Valve goes. Of course, Deadlock got some updates. Valve been updating Deadlock, and of course there's news of their other games, whether it's Team Fortress, Counter-Strike 2. Of course, there's Dota with the 5v5 update that's coming out now. And then, of course, there's a Portal somewhere down the line, and then, of course, there's Left 4 Dead. So, to me, with this news now, is like, and then, of course, there's a Steam Deck 2 that's out there in the wild somewhere. So, if you put all this together, it looks like Valve is gearing up to do something, something this year, something big, so Deadlock is still in like in private play, you got to go, the way you get in on that is like through an invite, word of mouth. So Valve is like, and then of course, they keep updating the Steam store page. Today I just did a video where they were talking about showing that showing how much you on the Steam page. Now you can find out how much you spend on all the games that you bought from Steam. So I don't know if that's anything or not, but little Valve related news dropping here and there, and now we're in the month of what's this, April, going on May. Today's April the 15th. Something is cooking, something is boiling, for as Valve is concerned. They're preparing something, but they're dropping little hints here and then little hints there. So all you can do right now is take this news with a little grain of salt for now. And then Valve with their generational leap statement, so they got things that they're working on, but I think they're just being hush, and then they're dropping little snippets here, little snippets there, so they're up to something, so. But my statement still stands, though, when I said if there's going to be a Steam Deck 2, then one of their games has to be present. I said this months ago when the news of a Steam Deck 2 came out. I said if they're coming out with a Steam Deck 2, one of their games, meaning, okay, Dota and Counter-Strike 2 is already out. Of course, there's Left 4 Dead, there's Portal, a new Team Fortress, a new Half-Life. Of course, there's Deadlock. One of their games has to be present when it comes to the Steam Deck too. So they're just dropping little snippets here and there, and they're being real quiet about it. So will there be a Half-Life 3? Only time will tell. And then now you have you know, what's his name here? Who is this? Estra. I think the V is solid. You know, he said, you know, he said he was in the room where where they made Half-Life 3, and all he saw was a like a whiteboard. You know, the computer, the office, and the whiteboard. Well, that's some kind of clue. Of course you got people checking, you know, game codes and game files to see if there's any hint of anything that Valve is doing. So you're gonna have to, like, to me, like, Valve is like dropping little snippets here and there, playing a little hide and seek with what they're doing. So, but like they said they're waiting for a generational leap. Okay, whatever that entails is gonna have to come to the light one day. But if they're making a Steam Deck too, you know, one of their games, you know, it has to be present. Just saying, you know, yeah, it has to be present. So there's two videos here. There's the 20th anniversary documentary, and then there's another YouTube video here. So I will leave both of the links in the description box, and then you can take it on from there. But for right now, that's all they had. That's all the Half-Life 3 news I got for now. You know, as far as news is concerned. But yeah, but little snippets here, little snippets there. You know, Valve from Valve doing an update to their stores, and little snippets here, the Team Fortress and all that. You know, it's a pattern being developed. You know, but at some point, some of their hidden games that they're working on has to come to the light. But at the same time, there's also the Steam Deck too. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. Nice talking to you people again. Crystal, Star Wars, Dark Side. Peace.